What is going on, everyone? Today we're going to be doing a grocery haul, and this is going to be a very specific one. A grocery haul at Sprouts. Let's get to it. First up, what you can see is we've got a bunch of different berries. If you've been watching my full days of eating on my YouTube shorts, then you probably noticed that I've been sticking to primarily whole foods. And a big part of that has been trying to get my micronutrients through things like blueberries, we've got blackberries, strawberries, and of course raspberries. Some of this is because I think they taste good, but a big part of it is also because they have, rich vitamins and minerals that you should be consuming each and every day. So anytime I go to Sprouts, if there's a sale, I make sure to capitalize on that and get plenty of berries that I can wash and put in the refrigerator after prepping them to pretty much eat at any point in the day for either breakfast, a snack, or even just to pair with things like lunch. Berries are essential, and my recommendation is to always stock up on them, especially if there's a sale. And speaking of micronutrient dense foods, Sprouts also has cage-free eggs. These right here are super well priced. I believe it was about $3.99 for a pack of 12, which is pretty good. And I believe the 18 pack was $6.99, but we have a grocery order prepped for tomorrow, so I didn't get the 18 pack. I just stuck to the 12 to make sure that I'm not taking on too much. However, having eggs around has also been a bit of a ritual. I'll usually do 2 eggs in the morning to get in a little additional protein, as well as some additional micronutrients, along with my Greek yogurt and berries. This is a great way to start the day, super easy, simple, and quick, and it's something that I would recommend, especially for those of you who struggle to prep breakfast in the morning. Make something easy, make it accessible, and just make it something simple enough where the cleanup's not going to be too burdensome, and it takes no more than about 5 minutes to prep your breakfast. On that same note, you may have seen in some of my videos, I've been eating Ezekiel bread. Now, in the past, I haven't been too critical of other types of bread, and I still maintain that position. I think it's already difficult enough to get people to work out 2 to 3 times a week, so expecting them to switch over to something like this, if they're used to white bread or just sourdough or whatever it might be, is a little bit unreasonable. However, I do like things like this. I think they have a lot of different seeds, and that kind of adds to some of the micronutrients, but I also can't lie, I do like the taste. It's really grown on me. It is about 80 calories per slice, so keep that in mind if you are buying this. If you're having 2 slices, it's going to be about 20 calories heavier than maybe normal white bread. However, I definitely think it's worth a buy, and if you're one of those people that is hesitant to purchase things that have a lot of different chemicals or just things that you don't really know what they are, this is a great option. So overall, if you've seen me eating this, that's the reason why. I really just enjoy the taste, and I do like, to some extent, I'm not gonna lie, the fact that it doesn't have a bunch of things in there that I can't pronounce or don't really know what they are. Of course, again, I do want to kind of say all of that with the caveat that most people aren't working out 2 to 3 days a week, so to expect people to make the switch over to bread like this versus white bread is a little bit unreasonable. Moving on are some fun little treats that we also got at Sprouts, although I will be honest with you, not everything here we bought today on this grocery haul. That includes the Japanese sauce. I don't know the name of this brand, I believe it's Bakon. I don't know how to pronounce it. But I enjoyed these little sauces right here. They're Japanese sauces, and you've got like the spicy one, you've got the sweet and spicy one, you've got the original. They come in different flavors, and I enjoy just putting a little bit of these on things like rice bowls with chicken, vegetables, and it really ties a dish together at about 30 calories. For me personally, 30 calories is never going to be make or break. I'll find a way to burn 30 extra calories if it makes dishes that much more enjoyable. However, the reality is you're probably not going to end up gaining a ton of weight. Even if you were in a 30-calorie surplus, it would take quite some time for you to actually gain 1 pound of fat. So enjoy those sauces, just keep them relatively low calorie. I know Walden Farms and things like that have taken center stage here the past couple of years, and rightfully so. But don't be afraid to mix it up and enjoy just regular sauces that taste good and that you enjoy, even if they come at the cost of maybe 15 to 30 calories. I'll even go as high as 45. Another thing that we ended up getting and this was last week, this wasn't this week, were the Siete tortilla chips. I've been eating these for a super long time and I can't recommend them enough. I think they taste great. I also enjoy the fact that they are another one of those paleo type snacks. Again, I'm not paleo, I'm not expecting anybody to make a huge transition, but if you're looking for clean ingredients or foods with clean ingredients, these would definitely be something that I'd recommend for most people. The flavor profile, the texture, and everything else pretty much translates the same as regular tortilla chips, which if you've ever had the knockoff type tortilla chips that are supposed to be a healthy alternative, is pretty rare. So next time you're at the grocery store, if you're looking for a tortilla chip that you just want to enjoy at 130 calories per serving, I'd recommend these, but of course, always use your food scale and measure these things out. Having some of this from time to time is perfectly fine, but overindulging in them will still make you fat regardless of whether or not it has seed oils in it. Because the reality is a calorie surplus is a calorie surplus, and it doesn't matter which way you slice it. And of course, this is technically processed food, so because it's processed, keep in mind that it's probably going to be more palatable than just a regular whole food. So measuring these things out and holding yourself accountable is definitely key. Now the next thing on this list is probably the most controversial. These Zevia sugar-free sodas are my new favorite. They are sweetened with stevia, and I do know that that taste is a little bit different, and some people are a little bit opposed to it. However, I'm okay with the taste. I actually enjoy it a lot, and we picked up a couple of cases of these. I prefer these to diet soda, and it's my own personal preference. It's not a matter of demonizing diet soda, because the reality is I have that from time to time as well. However, these feel like a more natural tasting drink in my opinion personally, but I know it's not going to be everyone's taste, so I would definitely advise caution. They do sell these though in single cans, so if you want to try them out, I would recommend doing that before you go out and buy a full pack of these Zevia sodas. However, I personally recommend them because I'm okay with the taste of stevia as a sweetener, but again, I will advise caution. Not everyone is going to enjoy these the same way that I do. I also appreciate the fact that they come in plenty of different flavors. We have a grape one over here. We've got this one over here. It's one of their new flavors. It's strawberry lemonade. I've tried the lemon lime. I've tried the black cherry. I enjoy all of those, but there's a lot of people that won't. Anyways, I know this video is a little bit shorter than what I would typically push out, but today we did go to Sprouts, and I want to show you or give you an idea as to how we go about our grocery hauls whenever we're in the store picking things out, and some of the different treats that we might indulge in from time to time. And hopefully this inspires you on your next grocery haul, and maybe we even learn something about, you know, kind of how we go about our day-to-day when it comes to groceries and trying to make sure that we're getting valuable foods that are gonna give us the nutrition that we need to go about the day and feel energized. Anyways, again, I know that this was a shorter video, but if you did make it this far, I appreciate you. And of course, please be sure to comment, like, subscribe. It really helps out the algorithm, and I'm trying to grow this channel up to 1,000 subscribers now because we finally hit 500, so super excited about that, and we're just gonna keep on getting bigger. And with all of that said, until next time, keep it together.